Welcome to the Real New York Rangers Pucked Up podcast. I am Ian, and my co-host again once is Robert.
Hi, Real New York Ranger fan family. How's everybody doing today? Hope all is well after the win yesterday.
Yeah, great win yesterday. It's always great to beat the Flyers.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Too bad McElrath wasn't in the lineup, so we see a nice little fight.
Oh, I was, to be honest, at first I thought, it was him acting, him playing it off, trying to get the penalty, which obviously he did. But then when they said he wasn't returning, I got a little worried. And
everybody thought he dove, including Simmons.
Yep.
I mean, the shot he took, like he just tapped him.
Yeah.
But obviously he didn't. When he was down and Ramsey was helping him up,
yep,
that's when I knew
yeah, I
it was
mean,
going to be a problem.
You can get caught just right, and it'll drop you. So.
Yeah. Well, we found out McDonough's got a glass jaw for sure.
Oh, God.
But with AV not putting McElrath in, I mean, AV's got to learn something. He's got to learn from Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Yeah.
But his is, I'm here to chew bubblegum, and that's about it.
And not take a timeout.
Not take a timeout, yeah. Well, I'm surprised he even took one yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, my God, he actually knows how to call one.
Well, the timeout was a coach's challenge, wasn't it?
No, it was about the penalty.
That's true. So
I mean, I don't know if anybody saw it because the feed I was watching was a live feed. Yeah. There were no commercials or anything. But AV had a good 5-minute conversation with the officials before that period started about Voracek coming off the bench.
Yeah, that I mean, it's in the rule book.
Voracek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, it states in the rule book that they didn't have a player in the penalty box serving that penalty for Simmons on that initial punch to the face.
Yeah.
So they cannot put another player onto the ice until that whistle blows.
And the funny thing was, he was poking the linesman, saying, "Do I come on? Do I come on?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, just get on."
So the referee, the linesman blew that pretty much because what that would have done is if that was called right, that is now too many men on the ice, which initially gives the Rangers another 2-minute penalty
power play,
or power play.
But with the way their power play has been, big deal.
but like I keep saying it, all the time. I think whenever the Rangers play in Philly, Kerry Frazier's probably somewhere up in the crowd, and they got to please the guy in front of his home.
Oh, they didn't please him yesterday. How many good calls did they miss? They were calling crappy calls, and the ones they should have called, they missed. Totally ridiculous.
The officiating was just a joke yesterday.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's always a joke in Philly, but
yeah, well, it's always a joke against the Rangers.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially if you're playing a Canadian team.
I'm sorry, but a lot of people say that Ranger fans say the officials are against us too much, but it goes to show you right there.
It's true.
How the hell did McDonough get a slashing penalty when he didn't slash Simmons?
Yeah.
Simmons slashed him.
Was it a slashing or was it a cross-checking? I think it might have been a cross-checking.
They hit him for roughing and slashing.
Huh.
But
I could understand the cross-check.
Wasn't then. The cross-check that the Flyers were complaining about was early in the first period.
Yeah.
Where Simmons took one to the head.
Yeah.
Which, it didn't hurt him anyway.
Oh, of course not.
And freaking coconut for a head.
Exactly. We all know how they are. You punch him in the head and you break your hand.
And he's one tough player. That's one thing for sure.
Oh, he's tough.
But he is dirty, and he gets away with the crap.
Even when he was in L.A., same way.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But the thing is that with that type of call, how can the Rangers only get a 1-minute power play?
Exactly.
On a match penalty.
It was just a way to make sure that the Rangers don't have an advantage.
And
I mean, you put us on the power play.
I'm surprised Klein didn't get a penalty for grabbing Simmons.
Yeah. You put the Rangers on the power play right now, you're doing the other team a favor.
Oh, yeah. Shorthanded chances.
Yeah. I mean, the Rangers, they even posted the stat yesterday. Out of the last 43 or however many we have now, we only have 2 power play goals.
I think it's in the last 15 games, 2 power play goals.
Something like that. So, I mean,
somewhere
out
around
of the last 43 chances or something like that. It's terrible numbers.
Well, that tells me Arneal's got to go bye-bye.
Oh,
They
I've
had to bring
been
somebody
screaming
in
it since day one.
to do the power play.
You know, we bring in Scott Arneal, the guy who Brassard, Nash, Dorsett, and John Moore didn't like.
No, they hated him.
But yet, let's bring him to the team.
Yeah, in his rookie year, he gave Brassard nothing but problems.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised they even responded relatively well to the guy. You bring him
Brassard's
in,
a different type of player.
in a trade.
Look at the way Brass has been doing.
He's tied with the lead for goals
him
on the
and
team.
Zuccarello with 18.
Yep.
Beautiful.
And Miller's right behind him. What, 17?
16 right now.
Is it 16?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
Did he score 17th the other night?
I think he got the 17th the other night.
Let me see. Go back to that.
Because I know he's eight goals in 9 games. So I mean he's been on fire.
Yeah, he has 8 goals in his last 9 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he scored his 15th against the Devils. He scored the only 2 goals in that game for the Rangers.
Yeah.
In that loss. And nobody scored against Senators 2 Sundays ago when we finished up the second podcast.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, that didn't work out.
And sorry we didn't do another podcast, but the All-Star game, I know to me it was a joke.
Oh, it's always a joke.
With this 3-on-3. It's, a circus.
I mean, I like the format. I like how it's 4 teams and then it goes a tournament
thank
style.
God it's not like Captain Courageous' team here this month, this year.
I just
it's back
I wasn't
to Metropolitan
pleased
Atlantic.
with it. The only thing I really like about the All-Star game is watching the skills competition because the skill is now involved.
Mm-hmm.
This year's All-Star game was a little different, though. The players actually did step up their play because now there's money on the line. They win, they get extra money.
You get extra money, yeah.
So.
And John Scott,
MVP.
Yeah. Sorry, Ranger fans. I don't want him back as a Ranger, though.
I would, but the only problem that I have with him is, once again, he's only going to see about 5 minutes of ice time.
Yeah.
I would like him back for his toughness.
Tanner Glass plays more than 5 minutes out there each game.
But Tanner Glass is what, 2 goals on the season? 1 goal on the season so
far? Does he have a goal this season?
He's got a goal somewhere.
Did he?
Yeah, because I was looking it up.
I was gonna post up. We start taking bets who gets one first, him or Palais.
Yeah, he got a goal because I remember looking before the Emerson Edom trade. Emerson Edom was the only Ranger that didn't have a goal. Jason Megna even coming up had a goal. Dylan McElrath coming up had a goal. I think Brady Shea was the only one that didn't have one.
Well, McElrath should only have one. That second one was off of Miller.
It was.
Yeah, that definitely hit Miller and went in.
Yeah.
But go ahead, give the big boy.
Actually, no, that would have been what, his 3rd goal on the season.
That was credited as his 2nd.
Okay, because I know he had one earlier in the season, and then that. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Now, can you believe that Magna was called up and sent down the next day after the game?
No.
I think that was kind of ridiculous.
See, with them doing this whole Magna up, back down kind of thing, makes me wonder what's going on with Nash. They obviously don't know what's going on with Nash.
I think he's more hurt than they're letting on. I don't think it's a bone bruise.
I said it the other day to my buddy. I think it's the same situation with Dan Girardi. I think he might have a busted up kneecap.
Yeah. Well, it could be he's got a fracture in the leg, hairline fracture.
Yeah.
But they're just not saying it.
They just don't want to say it.
I mean, he was off on Thursday. They said for off-ice skill work.
Yeah.
And then when they had Friday's practice, he didn't skate again.
Yeah. And I mean, they keep saying that
too stiff. He couldn't put pressure on it.
They keep saying that he's always making progress, but it's like you're not giving us any information by saying, oh well, he's making progress. Mm-hmm. You're keeping him off the ice is telling me there's something a little more serious than a bruised bone.
Well, let's go back to the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Zuccarello,
yeah.
How many times they said it was concussion, head injury?
Yeah,
he might be back within a certain amount of games. He possibly could be back the next game. Never was. Then we found out all the truth about the rumors, and that the rumors were true about the fractured skull, the hemorrhaging, the memory loss, not being able to talk.
Yep.
And look at Zook this year.
Yeah. Oh, he's a beast. I mean, You would never think that he had a head injury like that.
No, look at yesterday's move he did again during the shootout.
Yep.
That little zook juke.
Oh,
His
moves are so sweet.
Thank God. I was wondering yesterday if they were going to put Miller on as the third shooter. I don't know who was set up as the third shooter.
Probably Boyle.
Yeah, Boyle's been doing good in the shootouts.
Yeah. I mean, he's been, I think he's 50%.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I was really happy to see Stephon finally get something.
Oh, yeah.
He's been playing hard. He's been playing great this season.
Yep.
When he came back from the rib injury, he's been doing good.
Yeah. And as of yesterday, everybody still is like, oh, well, Yandel's not good. Yandel's not good. Yandel's not good. I'm sorry. I want to keep Yandel.
I do too, but the thing is,
we can't afford him.
Can't afford him.
The only
next
way we
season,
can
you're
afford
lose
him
and say bye-bye? Come on.
The only, like I said last podcast, the only way we could possibly afford him is either restructuring someone's contract or restructuring a couple of contracts or dumping a major salary.
Yeah, which is Nash's, but
Nash,
I can't see him doing that because
Stahl or Girardi are the only three that could come to mind. But I would like to keep Girardi.
I would trade Stahl.
I would trade Stahl in a heartbeat. I would trade Nash in a heartbeat. But Girardi, no. I want to keep Girardi. I think Girardi's having a bad year because of the injuries.
Oh, so. He's had a bad year and a half.
Yes. But
you go back to the playoffs. Actually, you go back to the finals against Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
That's when the toll really came.
Well, I mean, you think about it.
Too many injuries.
We had, four of our 6 defensemen go in for surgery this offseason?
Yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, it just proves that we were beat.
Yeah. That's what I think the problem is with the team right now. They're tired.
Tired, definitely.
They're beat up from the past 2 seasons. When you go that deep.
Well, we've gone deep.
Los Angeles even did the same thing. Los Angeles missed the playoffs.
We've gone deep how many times now for the past, 3 to 5 years?
Well, 3 years ago we went to the end of the first round when Boston beat us, when Tortorella was coach.
I think that was second round.
Second round.
Yeah.
Second round. Then that was bye-bye, Torts. That was the end for his reign as Rangers coach.
Yeah. I liked his fire, but it just
Next question.
He had to go. So
I still love it. He gets fired from Vancouver for being a jerk.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that the team actually sucked as bad and they couldn't wait a little bit for him to pick it up.
Yep.
But because he pissed off everybody on their newspaper reporters to the blog reporters, everything, he was gone.
Oh, the only person that he really pissed off in New York was Brooksy.
Oh, Brooksy pisses everybody off. So
I think Brooksy pisses off his own coworkers.
You go back to that. Look, did you see the trade rumor yesterday?
Which one?
Brooksy came up with that the Rangers were going to trade to Winnipeg for Andrew Ladd.
Oh, yeah. Winnipeg, how they...
Could be a combination of Dylan McIlrath, JT Miller, Pavel Buchnevich, and a first-round pick.
Yeah.
How many first-round picks are the Rangers going to give up?
Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm not giving up a third-round pick to a guy that's not all that great.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Andrew Ladd's a good player.
He is a good player.
But he's not worth a first-round pick.
I have him in one of my fantasy leagues.
Yeah, he's not worth a first-round pick, and he is not worth a top prospect.
This year he's got 13 goals and 17 assists.
Yeah. It wasn't Miller involved in that, too? I think Miller's
Miller
name was brought up, too.
Part of the rumor also. Yeah. McIlrath, Miller, Buchnevich.
Sorry, I wouldn't give up either of those 3. Or, actually, I wouldn't even give up any of those 4. First-rounder plus the 3 prospects. Well, one's a prospect, and the other 2 are pretty much kind of NHLers. But I wouldn't give up any of them.
Rangers right now, Shea is going to be able to come up. Probably next season. Hopefully, Bodie.
I like Matt Bodie. I think he's good. I think he's a good defenseman.
Well, they made him assistant captain in Hartford.
Yeah,
which helps out a lot.
He's been in the league quite a while. Because I think he did a.
No, this is his second year, I believe, in AHL, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he. I believe he was a part of Carolina for a while.
No, I'm not sure. I think they picked him up actually.
Because I know there was a Bodie in the league. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Carolina had the Bodie. I I know there's a Brody in the league, but that's not the guy that I'm thinking of.
Yeah, actually, Bodie. See, I'm just picking it up right now. Yes, we have slow internet. Bodie stats. Bodie was. Let me see. He was a UFA, undrafted free agent. Rangers picked him up in 2014. But before coming to Hartford, he played for Union College.
Oh, so he wasn't even in the league.
He was in the ACAC. He was never in the league. He's a baby, too. He's an older college student. He's 25, which I'm really surprised about. I thought he was younger.
He probably took a few years off and just played, pretty much hockey for.
Well, he's got 4 straight years in college.
No, that's
but
good.
But he played in the BCHL, which I do not know what that is. Might be, Powell River Kings. Which you never know.
You got me. I don't know. I don't go that far back.
I have no idea who they are. Oh, they're Junior A Hockey Club.
There you go.
In the BCHL.
I say I know ECHL, but B,
Getting back to that point with the defense, I can't see trading McElrath.
I wouldn't.
McElrath has come a long way. Buka Boom's got that kid playing great.
The kid's been phenomenal every time he's in the lineup. Granted, he does make a few mistakes, but
it's
nobody's
a rookie
perfect.
Mistake.
He
has rookie mistakes.
Yeah. I mean, look at Ovechkin and Crosby. They make their mistakes too. Wayne Gretzky made his mistakes. Mario Lemieux made his mistakes.
Gretzky made up for it with his goals.
Exactly.
But Gretzky also had a lot of time in the WHL.
That's true.
For Edmonton. So technically he wasn't a rookie when they brought him in because Edmonton was already part of WHL. They just brought the whole team together.
Yeah, pretty much. But I mean, you sit there and you think about it. Everybody makes mistakes.
Well, Yandel's going to be gone at the end of this year.
Most likely, yes. If we do wind up retaining
contract is
him,
up at the end of this year.
If we do wind up keeping him on this team, and somehow, some way, miraculously, we do find a way to maybe see if he willing to take a hometown discount at maybe 3 instead of 4.5 or higher that he wants, then I could possibly see something working out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
do I see it happening? No, I really don't.
No, that's the only way you can do it, is take a home team discount.
But the only thing is I plead, do not get rid of our prospects. Do not give up a first rounder for Andrew Ladd.
No.
I don't want Andrew Ladd.
I mean, even though the Rangers' first rounders haven't been that great.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna give up first rounders, let's
Ryan
go
Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah,
then I
let's
give up
go
the first rounder.
with young stars. Someone like Shattenkirk or, like you said, Nugent Hopkins.
Yeah.
Nail Yakupov even. Yakupov's not that good of a player. I don't think he's worth a first-round pick. But I would like to see us go younger instead of bringing in these so-called veterans that are pretty much on their way out of the league.
Yeah, like Marleau. Patrick Marleau's name's come up again.
Yeah, Marleau is another
Everybody's talking about Steven Stamkos.
Marleau, but I will admit, Marleau is a good player.
Oh, he's definitely a good player. He's been steady his whole career.
But I think we would wind up eating the shit end of that stick. And Steven Stamkos, Yzerman's going to be like, listen, I want the first round picks for the
Wayne
next 20
Gretzky
years.
in his prime. Put him into a Ranger jersey.
Yeah.
And his production would go down. For some reason, the big goal scorers come to the Rangers, they go flat.
Yep.
Whether it's pressure playing in New York, which is big time. I couldn't imagine it myself.
Yeah. I mean, being in Broadway probably is tough as a sports athlete.
You got the most disgruntled fans, which are us.
Yeah.
We're the Ranger fans. We're disgruntled.
Always.
Some more than others, but
that's the next T-shirt.
At least we bleed blue. Hi, I'm a disgruntled New York Ranger fan. Well, Vinny had the funniest post. He goes, I need an intervention. Hi, my name is Vinny, and I'm a New York Ranger fan. I thought that was hilarious.
Hi, Vinny.
You got to come up with a 12 steps shirt of being a New York Ranger fan.
Yeah, right.
First one, admit it. Second, admit that sucks, which everybody says.
Yeah.
I don't believe that myself. I mean, he's made some good moves and everything.
Step 3, come up with curse words.
I'm interested, though, to see what's going to happen before the trade deadline.
I am too, and with a lot of big names out on the market, this should be a pretty interesting trade.
Montreal says that their whole team is wide open for trade.
I'd take Subban and Pacioretty.
I would, and I wouldn't. They can't afford Subban, though.
I know we can't afford Pacioretty either, but I would love to have both of them.
No, I'd still like to get Van Riemsdyk from Toronto.
You bring me Van.
Bring the Jersey
give
boy
me a
to
whole
New York.
New
He
York
was a Ranger fan.
team of New York Ranger fans. Just give me a whole team. Van Riemsdyk, Dubinsky, Aaron Voros. I mean, they're all Ranger fans.
We were
saying in
the first podcast, Ranger fans as a Ranger.
Yep.
You have the pride.
You're not playing for that
want to put on that blue
You're not
shirt.
playing for that name on the back. You're playing for the name that's right across the front.
Yep. That's what I've been saying, though, is we need another Nick Fotiu. Nick Fotiu wasn't the greatest player in the world.
But he kicked the shit out of
had his purpose. He beat the shit out of people. Plus, every time he came out on the ice, he was proud to be a Ranger. He came out with energy.
He came out on the ice when he was in a suit.
He ran on the skates, but... And Nicky, Nicky's my favorite out of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had a, pretty good run with players like that. I mean, you brought up Dubinsky.
Yeah.
Which I hated seeing him go for Nash.
I did too. To be honest, if I could take that Nash trade back, I would.
I know a lot of girls who wouldn't,
back
but
the Callahan and St. Louis trade, no. Callahan had to go.
Yeah, Callie pretty much said, "I'm not taking a home team discount because I don't want to."
Yeah, he didn't want to be a Ranger.
You're the captain of the New York Rangers.
But he didn't want to be here.
Pride.
Yeah, he didn't want to be here. You could tell because of the fact that he wasn't budging on his money. He wasn't budging on his years. He wasn't budging on anything. And the fact that he wasn't trying at all is where I lost my respect for the guy and where I lost my
He wasn't worth over $6 million.
No. Oh, no.
No way. Not with the amount of injuries he's had.
No.
And he was a guy who blocked shots.
Yeah.
He was a guy who went into the corners, which the Rangers do miss.
But like everybody, like the league's been doing now. You get that C put on you, your ego goes high, and your agent goes, "Well, you're a captain. You should be making captain money." It's like, no, I'm going to pay you how you're playing.
You figured Scott Boras was taking and doing hockey players instead of baseball players right now.
It's like turning around and going, "Okay, well, John Scott's captain. Are you going to pay that man $6 million?"
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, "Listen, you're a captain because you beat the shit out of people. You put fear into people. I'll give you $2 million tops."
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, we'll go to another one now. On ex-Rangers, he brought up John Scott, Brandon Prust.
Why didn't we grab him?
Because he makes $2.5 million a year.
I don't care. Dump somebody's ass.
Prusty is good for one thing, being an enforcer.
What I don't get
with McElrath on the ice, if AV ever plays him again, and Glass, you really don't need that.
No. But, I mean, like, with Brandon Prust, what's the one thing that we're pretty much kind of struggling in? The penalty kill. What's Brandon Prust great at?
Yeah, he was great at the PK.
Kill.
Yeah.
I mean, the 1 year he played with us.
Well, that's where it hurts with Nash being out.
Yeah.
Nash is good on the PK.
Yeah.
He hasn't been scoring. He's been setting up a lot of goals for Stefan.
He has.
But just not putting it in the net.
Nope.
He's just snake bit.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
With Brandon Prust, he played with us.
I still don't forgive him for breaking Stefan's jaw.
I want to say probably around 2012 year.
Come on, I'd have to trash all my Prusty the Clown memes.
He had 10 goals on the season. 8 of them were shorthanded.
Yeah.
Why not bring this guy back to New York? I understand the money is an issue. We just have
one shorthanded goal this year. That's it.
The money is an issue, but the way I see it is move somebody.
Yeah, Tanner Glass is 1.45 right now.
You put Tanner Glass down, we have enough to bring in Brandon Prust.
That's definitely true. Well, the whole reason why I found out they brought up Megna was twofold. They figured Minnesota's a fast team. So they brought up Magna. The other reason was cap space.
Yep.
Magna only makes $600,000.
Yeah.
To bring up Brady Shea would have cost the
That's-
Rangers $950,000 on the
It's
cap.
more money.
Big time. But I can't see $250,000 being a big problem.
No.
Excuse me, $350,000.
Yeah.
I can't add today. Nothing new. But it's ridiculous the way the Rangers are structuring this now. I mean, okay, let's bring up Magna for one game.
Yeah. But the problem
Nash
with
is
that
obviously out. Stick him on the IR.
Yeah. That's what I would do. Stick him on the IR. Now you got
Yesterday's
some
game against Philly was his 5th straight game he's missed.
Yeah, and to be honest, I could see him possibly out for about another week or two. He's not even skating yet.
No.
So that's a problem.
He can't. He said every time he puts pressure on the leg, he's in tremendous amount of pain. So, to me, that means it's got to be more than a bad bone bruise.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had broken fingers. I never broke my arm, never broke my leg. But, it's painful.
I broke my hand.
Ouch. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I broke my hand beating the hell out of somebody. He moved his head and I punched the street. That didn't
You
feel
punched
too
the
good.
street.
I punched the street.
Oh, so I guess he was down on the ground and you were aiming.
Yes.
Bad
yes,
aim.
he was. He was on his back and I was pretty much getting ready to start gorilla
Ladies and
punching
gentlemen, Ian the Enforcer Kirkland.
I was almost a small guy, but man, I didn't get the nickname Bulldog for no reason, man.
There you go, Bulldog. Oh, that's it from now on. I'm calling you Bulldog.
Call me Bulldog.
We should change this from Mike and the Mad Dog show to Rob and the Bulldog. I think it'd be pretty funny.
There you go. Yeah, I got the nickname Bulldog because I was short and stocky and I didn't give a shit and I had an attitude.
I can see you doing that. I can see you punching out somebody and just standing over and growling at them. That'd be pretty funny.
That'd actually be hilarious.
Going back to All-Star Game, did you see the AHL? Any of it? It was televised down here.
I did not.
Yeah, it was on Fox Sports Florida.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They
see,
had
I
it
didn't.
on
I
there.
didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I watched the skills competition.
Yeah.
Our boy Ryan Graves,
Yeah, you won the hardest slap shot contest there.
103 miles an hour.
I know. I can't wait to see that boy.
It was
shooting
an
at the net.
AHL skills record on the speed.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, the kid can shoot. So there's another one. You got Ryan Graves.
He'll be traded.
Yeah. Yeah, we only can have one Graves on the team in a decade.
Watch this guy come out to be a superstar too.
My worry is they're going to start trading guys like Tambellini.
Yeah.
Tambellini's been great this season.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Tambellini's in the lineup next year.
Would be nice. Would be nice to see some of the younger kids in there. Well, they're going to have to make up cap space.
Yeah. Well, the cap is going to be a major issue, and that's why I see us pretty much eventually turning into a Edmonton Oilers team, not skill-wise,
But youth-wise.
age-wise. You're going to see a lot of young players on the Rangers because now it's become a cap issue with Stahl, Girardi, Lundqvist, Nash, and Stefan with all these
crazy.
high contracts.
Lundqvist is making 8.5 all by himself.
I would turn around and be like, listen, Lundqvist, you have not been great. The past 2 seasons, you have not been great.
You
Let's try
let
to
in too many
restructure
soft
your
goals,
contract.
so we're knocking off $3 million off your contract a year.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad that, this guy that we call the king has not been the king.
No, not at all.
I mean, yesterday he finally became the king of the shootout again for the
I was
first
scared
time
going
in
into the shootout
so
because
long.
Mason's been doing so good this year.
Oh, he's been
But
lights out.
they
pretty
haven't
much.
been doing good in the shootouts.
Yeah.
Not one bit. But
Lundqvist, I mean,
Lundqvist has scared the hell out of me in the shootouts.
yeah, when it comes to the shootouts, like I turn around, I'm like, oh man, we got Lundqvist in on the shootouts. Usually I'm not like that. I'm like, oh, we got Lundqvist in the shootouts, we win. This year I've been like, oh.
Last
Jesus.
year was, we got Talbot in the shootouts, we'll win.
Yeah. Now it's just like I'm kind of scared for Lundqvist.
I'm scared if they pull him out right now. Even though he has his bad games, I'm more scared with Ranta in net.
I know even Rantas. I mean, he started off
good.
great 4-0 start, and then he's what now? 4-4, 4-5.
Boom.
So
He just dropped.
yeah.
He dropped
so
right
I'm
off
sorry,
the
but
map.
Ranta's gone next year.
Most likely.
You know, I wouldn't re-sign him. The guy's a great guy, but I wouldn't re-sign him.
We want Skapski.
I could see Skapski coming up.
I like to
could
see
really
him.
See that. But the thing is,
I still have a feeling Hellberg will be gone next season.
well, Hellberg's
Down in
signed
Hartford.
on for.
Was it 1 year or 2 years?
I think he's signed on for either 2-3 year deals, so I think he's got
He
a
could
year
be.
or two left.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that one was, but I can really see Halverson being with the Pack next season.
I can see that.
Because I think he's
Halverson's
only
good.
eligible for this year in the juniors.
Yeah, I mean he led the Greyhounds to the championship, I believe. I think they lost the championship, but I think he led
Yeah.
them there, and he had a
And he
stellar
only got-
record,
He only got one game in the World Juniors there.
which unfortunately was a pretty bad game for him.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Well, you know how goaltenders are. Up, down, back and forth. They're going to have a good game, they're going to have a bad game. But he also sat 3 games in between.
That's true. Yeah.
And
So.
you're coming in cold. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Like I mean,
And we know goaltenders are the craziest ones in the NHL.
oh, to be a goaltender in any level, you know, you're the eye. So everybody's got their eye on you, and then you're the defenseman's eyes. You know, they're coming down
Well,
the wing.
the eyes is really on them when they play the Rangers because every goaltender that's a backup who plays the New York Rangers becomes Ken Dryden out there.
Yeah, right.
You know, it's the second coming of Jacques Plante as soon as you get a rookie goaltender going against the Rangers, which is crazy. I can't understand that. They always have a hard time with the backups.
It's to be honest, I don't know. I don't have an excuse for that. Maybe we play a little bit lighter. We take the night off. Like, oh well, we don't want to make this guy look too bad. Let's not play to our full potential. Okay.
I think it is. They get overconfident though. They're like, hey, we're going up against a backup or a rookie. We'll score against this guy, no problem.
I mean, shit. If every team put the backup in, I could see us going 0-82.
Yeah, 0-82. Yeah, we'd definitely be in trouble. And
I mean, when it comes to backups,
well, I thought
do
we
not
were
have a
going to
good
get
record.
stuck with the Devils backup the other night, but unfortunately,
I'm surprised Corey Snyder started that game.
Yeah,
So.
and Schneider was good against us,
Yeah, he was really good.
which we get our little retribution tomorrow, hopefully.
I'm hoping so.
Beat them at home. Would be nice to beat up on the Devils for once.
And then we're finally going
And
to play against.
do you
them.
realize that was the first Rangers loss at the Rock since 2013? Last time they lost at Prudential Center was 2013.
Wow. Who played that game, Brodeur or Snyder? I want to say Brodeur played it.
Yeah, probably Fat Boy. Thank you, Sean Avery.
That's
That was actually one of the trivia questions
Oh, really?
for the other night. Yeah, who was the New York Ranger that called Marty Brodeur Fatso for the first time in an interview? It was right after the Rangers beat them and went on to the second round.
Yeah.
He said, I
The
don't know why Fatso didn't shake my hand.
the hatred between those two men were funny as hell. I mean, I know a lot of players hated Avery, but man, Brodeur hated Avery.
Yeah. Well, you got the Avery rule.
Yeah.
That
Which
was
is
the
bullshit.
most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Come on, he was screening the goaltender. Don't give him,
You
don't
know,
make up a rule for
There
that
was
crap.
nothing in the rule book that stated that you have to have your back to the goaltender. It's not like he was touching him,
He's just waving his arm
so
around
it's not
like a maniac.
interference. I can understand if he was touching him or something, then they'd be considered goaltender interference. But I mean, he wasn't touching him; he was screening the goaltender. There's nothing in the rule book that stated you have to face away from the goaltender.
No, that's why they came up with the Avery rule.
Yeah. Which was
Kind of
complete bogus.
Getting back to 2 games. Going back to the Minnesota game.
Yep.
That comeback win, all on Ryan McDonough.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what he said in the locker room
Yeah.
between periods,
Or
but they came out on fire.
say whoever opened their mouth. I don't know. I don't know if McDonough's the one that's speaking in there or if it's Zuccarello threatening to beat somebody with his chara stick.
I'm going to get out my shillelagh and kick your ass. Well, he's short enough to be a leprechaun. You know, the heart and soul of that team is that kid.
Oh, I mean, if we ever decide to change captains, it's got to go to Zook.
Well, I've had other people suggest that Miller should be captain.
No.
I'm like,
Sorry.
no.
Miller's too young. Miller hasn't been in the league long enough to really fully understand things yet.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It would pretty much be a whole nother McDonough thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I think the Rangers' problem is no veteran leadership in the locker room.
There's no veteran leadership, no.
You know, we had Richards, we had San Luis.
Yeah.
Now, Rick Nash.
I would say Nash is like the oldest, maybe Lundqvist.
I think Nash is beat down, though.
But Nash was never really a leader. You know, granted, I think he wore the C.
coming in Rangers. He wore the C in Columbus.
But he wasn't a captain, you know? I mean, he was a captain, but he wasn't a captain. So.
Well, you figured he'd have something to say, though.
Yeah, I mean, he'd speak
whether
up.
they're going to listen to him or not is another story.
But my thing is I think people are they look at Nash and they just see a nice guy in him.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not what people expect. So I guess they really wouldn't listen to him.
Well, my joke for that game was between pairs. They're like, wow, what fired up McDonough and the Rangers? Sather, Gordon were in the stands during practice, which they rarely are.
Yeah.
Especially when Alain Vigneault was sitting with them.
Yeah.
So you never know what the conversation was. It was probably about the trade deadline, and the AV might have gone, you do realize your bosses were in the stands watching you, and we were talking about who's staying and who's going.
Yep.
So you better show us a little effort out there on the ice.
Yeah. And I mean, that's something I would, if I, as a coach, I'd probably turn around and be like, listen, you're all available.
Lundqvist is going, I'm not.
He's sitting there going, like, counting his stacks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like, wait,
who are you going to bring up to take care of my position? But there's another one. Like I said before, Montreal, they're all available. They've had a worse season than the Rangers.
Yeah. I mean, they're on the outside looking in. As of right now, if the playoffs were to start today, there are no Canadian teams in the playoffs.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yep.
It's totally ridiculous. It's Canadian sport.
Yeah.
Although we took over.
Yep.
But still, it doesn't seem the same without a Canadian team in there.
No, it doesn't.
My whole thing is, if the Rangers aren't in there in the finals, it better at least be one of the original six.
Yeah.
It better be Boston, Chicago. I mean, I was happy to see Chicago.
Not so much Boston, but yes.
Well, not so much Boston. I'd rather see Boston over Philly, Islanders, or the Devils. Period.
And I'm actually tired of Detroit right now, so keep Detroit, Boston, and even Chicago. Keep them out. The other
it's not like it's Detroit in the Scotty Bowman years. You had respect for Scotty Bowman.
Yeah.
Bowman was one hell of a general manager and coach.
He's good, you know. I mean, I'm not even going to lie on that. He was good.
Now I'm trying to think right now. What did the Rangers do now, though? I mean, they have 2 wins in a row. Yesterday was a tough win to pull out.
Yeah.
They got behind in the game against Minnesota, down 2-0 until they came back.
Yeah.
Then they blew the lead again in the third. And actually came back and scored 3 unanswered goals, which I won't complain about.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain, but still at the same time,
something is wrong, especially like you said with the power play. 2 for 45 is ridiculous.
Yes, that and
changes have to be made, and
Lundqvist
the Rangers have the talent.
Yeah, and Lundqvist has not been playing good. He has. I mean,
no, he's been playing
yesterday's
subpar.
Both goals yesterday were weak.
Yeah, well,
especially that
Henrik
second one.
Lundqvist is playing good for an NHL goaltender.
Yeah,
he's not playing good for Henrik Lundqvist.
No, he's not. He has not been Henrik Lundqvist.
But you think about it though, the last couple of years, how many block shots have the Rangers had?
Too many.
Too many. Defense was stepping up. This year, the defense has been soft.
Yes, but I think injuries are a part of that. So,
I mean, Yandel has been doing great on the assists.
Yes, I mean, I think he leads the team in assists, don't he?
He has 24 right now. Yeah, he still leads.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, Brassard is right behind him with 23, I believe. Brass is having a great season.
Yeah, he's having. I think he's having a career year, to be honest.
He has.
He's 1 goal away from
his career high. Yeah. I wonder what's Zuccarello's career high. I don't even know.
He reached 20.
I did not
23?
expect him to have the breakout year that he has now.
I think his career high in the NHL, in the NHL, I think it's 20. I think it's 23.
23, is it?
I think it was 2 years ago. I think he reached 23.
But
If
he
not, then
he
last
came
year.
out of the gate a lot faster than I thought he would.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to be a year where, after the concussion, after the brain hemorrhaging, everything, it was going to be piss poor year for Zuc.
And I thought back when
I was all ready to give him a break on the season.
yeah, I thought, to be honest, I thought he was gonna fall apart pretty much like with Kreider after AV sent him down and then he broke his hand.
Oh God.
So I thought that was pretty much gonna be the end of Zuccarello right there.
And the crazy thing is right now, Kreider.
Yeah.
He's had 2 goals in the last 2 games.
Yeah. I hope he's starting to come into his own.
I hope he's picking it up.
Yep. I mean,
But like Dave Maloney said it the other day, he has the speed and the skill
Yep.
and the size for being power forward.
Yep.
But he doesn't have the hands.
He should have scored on that somewhat of a breakaway that he had yesterday in the game, where he had Mason completely out of the net.
And actually, Zuccarello, his high in the NHL is 19 goals.
Oh, so he hasn't even broke
2013, 2014.
20. Wow. I thought he broke
He had
20.
6, 2, 3, 19, 15, and this year 18. So he's going to tie it soon.
One goal and he's tied it.
He would have tied it yesterday if they counted shootout goals.
Yeah. Well, if they counted shootout goals and he's got 30, 40.
Yeah, he's definitely good on that. I mean, the way he's been playing in the shootout, we need him. I mean, I hate going to the shootout.
Oh, I'm
really
so
do.
tired of the shootout.
I can't stand it. I can't stand 3-on-3 overtime.
Yeah.
It's like it's a run and gun game.
I say
As soon
do
as you go to
5
3-on-3, I'm like,
5
oh,
for
okay,
10
gimmick.
minutes. 5-on-5 for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then if there's no goal, it's a tie.
Yeah. They're not keeping the record on the shootout goals.
Yep.
It keeps the record book straight.
Yeah.
They never had a shootout. After overtime, that was it.
I think the only thing that's in the record book involving shootouts is the longest shootout.
Which is the Rangers, isn't it?
Not anymore. No. It's,
No? Florida. Florida pulled that one, huh?
Yeah, because they got 20. I think they went 20 rounds, 21 rounds.
Speaking of Florida, congratulations, Jaromir Jagr,
Yeah.
New York Ranger alumni. 1,100 assists.
Yeah.
Moved into 3rd place.
That's the only way you could do that is if you're Wayne Gretzky or you play a long time.
He's played a long time. And right now, I hate to say it, I'd trade Nash for Jagr.
I'd bring Jagr back.
Oh, yeah.
There's a veteran leader that we need.
Jagr left because of Messier.
Yeah.
Nedved left because of Messier. Messier didn't like Nedved. Nedved went, psst.
I didn't like Nedved, so.
Oh, Peter Nedved was good when he was with the Rangers. He had, 4 or 5 20-plus goal seasons?
Yeah, but I just wasn't really a fan of him.
Well, the one guy I do miss is Mike Gartner.
Gartner. Well, I think a lot of Ranger fans miss Gartner.
Oh, yeah. The guy had the speed. He had the hands. He
Got
had
one
the talent.
fucking hell of a shot, too.
And he got a raw deal from the Rangers. Speaking of raw deals in the Rangers, I'm going to go back to one more thing. Simmons. Quintal says no suspension for Simmons.
No suspension, yeah.
Quintal hates the Rangers.
Yeah.
You go back to when he
was a Ranger?
when he came to the Rangers, he went into that Montreal paper and said, no matter what team I'm with, I'm a Montreal Canadian for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Suspension.
Yeah.
Trade soon after. Yep. He has a lot of bitterness with the Rangers.
Yeah.
We got stuck with him and then Shanahan before him.
Yeah, Shanahan wasn't really a Ranger either, so.
No.
But yet Shanahan, I don't know. I think Shanahan's had too many concussions because there were certain times where it'd be the same exact hit, the same exact way. One would be a suspension and the other one wouldn't be. I'm like, how is this a suspension, but yet this one wasn't, and yet this one was worse than the one that you actually made a suspension?
Exactly.
So.
We'll go to NHL, though. Weidman. Did he deserve 20 games?
No, I'm sorry.
Do you think it was intentional and was a flagrant?
I think it was intentional, but I think he didn't mean it to be that rough. I think because...
Yeah, but did he realize... I know he got hit before that. He went down.
Yes.
Did he realize it was a linesman he was hitting?
To be honest, probably not. He probably just saw black and white stripes and just,
Smear.
Yeah. But like I said,
It was a
I
good
don't
shot.
think...
How many times did you want to see that in a game?
Oh, I want to see it every game. I want to see someone take the puck, someone just take a slap shot with the puck at the ref.
I would have loved to seen somebody do it to Andy Van Helderman,
Yeah.
Carrie Frazier,
Frazier,
back in the
definitely.
day. That would have been
I couldn't
beautiful.
stand Frazier. Who the hell's the other guy that I couldn't stand with the mustache?
I know who you're talking. I can't remember his name now, but that was a while ago.
But, oh, my God. Those are like Carrie Frazier and that motherfucker with the mustache. I could not stand those two. I wanted to kill them.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, he said motherfucker. See, it's nice not to be on the radio, actually, and have to deal with FCC. We can say motherfucker.
No, FCC, I'd probably be paying a $5,000 fine out my ass right now.
You'd be the Howard Stern bulldog of radio. That's one thing Howard Stern ain't got. He's not a bulldog. Ian's the only bulldog here.
Yeah, but Howard Stern's on he's on Sirius now, so he can cuss all he wants.
Yeah, but he's leaving, I heard.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much done.
Yeah, retirement time.
Yeah.
Which isn't surprising.
No, I mean he's also leaving.
He doesn't want to be on the air until he's 110 like Imus.
Yeah, he's also leaving the America's Got Talent too.
Oh, and thank God, Mike Francesca is leaving radio.
Yeah,
he is quitting.
That guy's terrible.
And you know how many times when we're starting out this podcast, I want to do Mad Dog and go, "Hello, everybody."
That's all right. I've been thinking about Good Morning Vietnam.
I'd rather do Robin Williams than Mad Dog anyway, but
yeah.
Now, Devils tomorrow night. McElrath in the lineup?
What's up?
McElrath in the lineup?
I would. I put him in, but I'm not AV, so.
And Klein did have his problems yesterday.
I think, here's my thing. If
he lost the puck a few times.
They said that they're going to reevaluate McDonough tomorrow to determine what the injury is.
I need to say it. I think it's a concussion.
It could be a concussion or a possible broken jaw.
And he went down like a sack of potatoes onto the ground.
I mean, if you look, McDonough's mouth was open when he took the shot.
Oh yeah,
that is the easiest way to knock somebody out.
He might have bit his tongue off.
Jaw. So
thank God there was no blood on the ice.
Yeah,
because then you would have known what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
But I've been looking around. There's still nothing on McDonough.
Yeah, there's no word.
They said they'd check him out today, but it's an upper body injury, folks.
Yeah, upper body injury.
That's all you're going to get.
Whenever Sidney Crosby gets hurt, it's a vagina injury.
Sidney tweaked his vagina. Which is pretty funny. No offense, girls.
To be 100% honest, though, Sidney Crosby has come into his own of late this season.
He's still a whining, diving crybaby.
Yeah, I mean, but
still can't stand the guy.
He's starting to get hot right as we're about to play him.
Would you want Sidney Crosby as a New York Ranger? If he stopped the bullshit antics, yes.
If he grew a pair, yes.
Yeah, too. Yeah. I know Glenquist might not have a cup, but at least his athletic supporter has nuts in it.
Yeah. I like Crosby as a player. But when it comes to him whining, crying, bitching, and moaning, I can't stand him.
And the diving.
The diving, yeah. I know it's bad when Lundqvist, probably the Lady Bing of
come on.
Of hockey.
The most memorable time with Lundqvist and Crosby was where he squirted him with the water.
Yeah, that and the one time where Crosby fell behind the net. Back when Dubinsky was still a part of the team. Actually, Olli Jokinen was a part of the team as well.
Yeah, Olli.
And Crosby skated over to him, and I said something to him. Crosby shoved him, and then that started a whole melee.
When we had some balls on the team.
Yeah, I know, the balls are gone. And what I don't understand is AV was such a prick when he played hockey, and yet now AV is all against fights.
He's Mr. Softy Ice Cream Cone.
I know. Like it's the complete opposite. It's a Jekyll and Hyde situation.
Then figure out when you're in Colorado and you get Patrick Waugh.
That dude's a hothead.
And he trashes the place.
He's a hothead.
In his first season.
Yeah.
What I'd love if AV had that passion.
Yeah, but like that's one thing I like Tortorella. Tortorella had some fire,
Oh, yeah,
and he
definitely.
lit a fire under the team.
Tortorella had that fire. Keenan had that fire.
Keenan, yeah,
Keenan for benching Leach.
yeah. Like what the hell? The fucking dude's name? Glasses, curly, puffy hair.
Glasses, curly, puffy hair. Well, it's not Sam Rosen.
Remy? Rennie?
Oh, Tom
Rennie.
Rennie.
There we go.
Tom Rennie had a decent time with the Rangers.
I think he would be a better coach if he had some fire. So
A lot of whistbags. Come on. Colin Campbell.
colon cancer.
Yeah, he was a cancer to the Rangers. I mean, just because you were an assistant coach under Mike Keenan doesn't mean you can take and pull your weight in New York.
Yeah,
And he would talk about a wussy.
Yeah, and then of course there's always Brian Trottier.
Oh God. Oh God.
I don't even know why we even sniffed at that.
Come on. First of all, you know he wasn't going to get a good reaction from the Ranger fans.
No, he's an Islander.
You did not bring a full-fledged, full-time New York Islander behind the bench of the Rangers. It's not like he even stepped on the ice for the Rangers.
Yeah, no. He was, I mean, that's I don't know. That's like taking Wayne Simmons when he's done with hockey and be like, oh, you're the next New York Rangers coach.
Yeah, you're a defensive coach. Yeah, you're a D coach. That'd be crazy. But, I mean, even with other players from the Islanders, Flyers, Devils, the only player I liked that played for the New Jersey Devils, that played for the New York Rangers, was Aaron Asham.
Asham was like the Eastern Conference whore. He played for almost every team. And if you think about it, he played for almost every New York Ranger team, or every New York team except for Buffalo. He never played for Buffalo.
When it was the Atlantic Division, he played for
team.
all 5 teams.
Yep.
But
I think
Asham
he was the dirtiest.
Asham played his game. He was good.
I think
Shanahan, I hated as a Ranger.
Yeah, I think Asham was the dirtiest.
I love Scott Gomez. Thank you for Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, right.
But Shanahan, no way. Gomez, no way.
Gomez,
Bruce Driver, shoot me before I even root for Bruce Driver.
When we first snagged Gomez, I'm like, well, this is cool. We have a little Mexican who was going to be a little ball of fire when you piss him off, which obviously he did become at one point.
Yeah,
I mean, he put a good little beating on Kovalchuk that one year. And then Saku Koivu that one time that they never really televised.
Saku Koivu. God, you're bringing back old names now.
Yeah. But
it's called retirement time.
We got a good little face-off guy out of him, though.
Speaking of Kovalchuk, isn't he available to come back next season?
I thought he was banned, but I think he is.
Yeah, I think he only had like a 1 or 2 year ban, and he's gone.
Yeah.
He's back.
But if you're an NHL team, would you bring him back?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
You sign a massive contract with one team, and then you
leave.
just go, oh, I don't want to play here anymore.
Well, that's Rafael Diaz this year with the Rangers.
Yeah. Well, I can understand Diaz.
He goes, well, if I don't come up to the big club, I'm going to Switzerland.
I'd be like, yo, listen, I came back to you because you needed defensive help. You said you were going to bring me up. You haven't brought me up. I'm going.
But you signed a league minimum $650,000 contract.
I think he
Where
had
do
an
you
opt-out
think you're
plan,
going?
so.
You know, we gave him a chance. You had him, Summers, or McElrath. One of the 3 was the best. They kept McElrath.
I think the only reason we kept McElrath is, one, we couldn't send him down.
Oh, would have lost him.
Oh, God.
You know, the Flyers would have grabbed him right away.
If not, then the Islanders or the Devils.
Yeah, and
definitely.
I don't want to face McElrath.
No. Out of the 3, Summers, McElrath, or Diaz, what I want, I would actually choose Diaz over the other 2, because Diaz is a great penalty, or not penalty killer, power play specialist.
Yeah.
Dude has one hell of a shot.
I think it was either the Rangers were going to keep Dan Boyle.
Yeah.
And if that didn't work out, Diaz.
Yeah.
I think they were probably thinking about trading Boyle before the season started.
That's true.
But Boyle stepped up pretty much.
He's been good. I mean, his first
Would I like to see him sit in favor of McElrath because we need the size and that little bit of anger on the blue line?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Would I rather see Stahl sit more? Uh-huh.
Yeah. I would love
Mark
to see
Stahl
Stahl.
needs to sit.
I would love to see Stahl disappear, to be honest.
Well, anybody in Carolina we can get for cheap that won't kill our cap?
I would still try to snag Skinner.
Jeff Skinner? Yeah.
I would be like, listen, this little guy, this little ballerina of a figure skater you got here.
We'll take the ballerina for the guy with one eye.
It's about an even trade. This guy's not supposed to play hockey, and then this guy, he can barely see it. But I'll give it Skinner, man. For a figure skater, that boy can play.
Definitely he can play. And there's a lot of players we like to have, but we're never going to get.
Oh, of course.
And you know what's going to happen if they come to the Rangers. AB's going to change their style anyway.
Yep.
Tanner Glass doesn't fight now.
Nope.
But Glass has been effective since coming up from Hartford.
He's throwing his hits, but he needs to start.
Come on, JT Miller leads the team in hits.
I think JT leads the
team
in
fights, too. He's got over 200 hits. 200 hits.
Yeah.
Over 200. And this is JT Miller. You figure somebody like Kreider, Glass.
Kreider, he just takes nights off completely. He goes out there and he just gets a workout, and that's it.
Dane Yeah, I love Chris Kreider.
I love him too.
I don't think it's time to give up on him. Or Kevin Hayes.
Not.
Kevin Hayes, I think his problem is I thought it was him being jumped around from line mate to line mate, center to wing.
It's a sophomore curse.
I think it's sophomore curse. I think it's also part of him not knowing how to handle the amount of minutes he's put in.
It's true.
In the last season and a half.
Yep.
I mean, this kid was from college to the NHL.
Yeah, he was just thrown right in.
Kreider did that, but Kreider stepped in during the playoffs.
Yeah. And he scored his second game into the playoffs?
First game he scored.
Was it the first?
I think it was the first game he scored.
Because he put that blast.
It was against Ottawa.
Yeah. He put that blast against
it was Anderson.
Anderson. And then the next round against Washington, he did the same thing to Holtby.
Yeah. That's the only problem. He's not taking those shots anymore. He's trying to go deep into the net, make these little pretty moves, shoot it.
Yeah. And hit the net.
I mean, yesterday and the day before, you know how many times I was screaming at the TV, shoot the puck.
Oh.
It was ridiculous.
I scream that all the time. You have 2 minutes of a power play. We're going to pass for 1 minute and 59 seconds of it.
You're not kidding about that.
The last second, I want you to shoot. Oh, what? It went out? Oh, never mind.
Crazy. I mean, the power plays, something's got to be done with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then if they don't get rid of him this year, Arneal's got to go by next season.
Yeah, and then another thing is when we're losing, we act like we're winning. Yeah. We'll stay down in our end. We'll just kind of lollygag in our end. It's like, guys, go up the ice. We need to get a goal.
Well, if you notice, teams have been, I'm going to say this, it's an old term, playing the trap against the Rangers.
Yeah.
As soon as they get the lead on the Rangers, their defense locks up.
Yeah.
They don't send anybody deep.
Let's say Jersey was known for the trap.
Oh, they were big time on the trap. But if you watch the games, though, they don't send anybody deep on the D. They got the 2 D men back. They have a wing or the center sitting back in center ice.
Yep.
They send 2 men in, bring a third in at the point, and pretty much it's back at the red line for the 2 defensemen.
Yep.
The Rangers don't do that. Yondel's behind the net.
Yep.
Boyle's behind the net.
Boyle's in front of the net.
Stahl's behind the net going, where the hell am I? But it's a fact. They just take and they sit back on the Rangers and play defense on them. And the Rangers don't know how to get around it. They lost their forecheck.
Yeah.
When they lost players like Callahan, when they lost players like Dubinsky, forecheck along the boards went out the door.
Like, I mean, I sit here and I watch, and I'm just like, I don't see them really in any kind of style. Like, they're not doing the umbrella. They're not doing a trap. They're not doing anything. I think they're just out there like, hey, just get in the spot.
But I'd love to see somebody finally step up and go into the corners.
That's where love it. That's where Hagelin came in a bit. You know, Hagelin wasn't afraid to go into the corners.
Well, Hagelin also his empty net goals last season. We have one this year.
Yeah.
No offense, Hags, but that's what you're good for, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't even checked. What has he even done in Pittsburgh since going there? Have you seen anything?
I'm not sure.
I mean,
I really haven't been paying. I mean, I haven't been paying attention this year like I normally do. Usually, I'm on top of everything, but
we're too busy with the Pucked Up podcast.
As I say, with music and my work, I really don't have much time. So.
And the Pucked Up podcast. You got to remember that.
And the Pucked Up podcast now. So.
I know it's strange to look at Carl Hagman though and see him in a Pittsburgh uniform.
Yeah.
It's like no.
Speaking of purple and yellow or gold here, we are drinking Cold Cock whiskey.
Yes, we are.
Check them out, please.
Yeah,
check
good
them out.
Stuff.
If there's not,
it's an American herbal flavored whiskey.
Yes,
it's actually really good. It's got the aroma of Jack Daniels, but it's a lot sweeter and a lot smoother.
Yes, it's.
You don't have that killer after drinking it.
And it's 70 proof, so. If you don't have it in your local stores, go to the website at coldcockwhiskey.com and request it. They also have merchandise on there, and if you check it out, you can find my band under the music section.
And guys, you can take and sponsor us now.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to try to see if they're willing to do that.
Well, and just looking up Hagelin's stats, he only has 4 goals and 13 assists on the season.
Well, that's bad.
And he's a -8.
That's bad.
That's even worse.
But the -8 probably came from Anaheim. Anaheim.
All of last February, he had 1 assist in 3 games played.
Yikes. So. Yeah,
-4.
He hasn't been doing
he had
good
-4 in February.
Yeah,
so a couple of them had to come with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was going to say everybody was complaining about the Hagelin Emerson Edom trade, and if you think about it, it didn't work out for either team.
Oh, jeez. Well, if you look at his games, the last 5 games, he's had -5 and a +5 altogether. +1 on a couple of games, +3 on one, and -3 and -2 on the other.
Damn.
So that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Especially -2 against Ottawa. Oh.
Well, technically we were -3 against.
Yeah. Well, Ottawa played us hard.
Yeah, they did.
The Rangers did not come out with any fire at all. Yeah. It was scary. Just the way they played.
I notice every time we go into Ottawa, we don't play that well.
No, they haven't over the years.
But when Ottawa comes
that's
to
like
New
going
York,
to Montreal.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like all of a sudden that little, oh God, curse.
There's something mental.
We can't win in Montreal. It comes into their brains. Well, Cam Talbot put an end to that one, but which was nice.
He was good against Canadian teams, not just the Canadians itself, but the north of the border teams. He was good.
I miss Cam. Obviously, they couldn't keep him. I'm happy for him right now. He's got his money. He's got a starting job.
Yep, he got his contract that he needed. He got what he wanted, and
Rangers couldn't afford that.
No.
If we had Cam,
we could
be happy.
Offer him what he wanted.
Oh no way in hell. No way in hell. I mean, how many players are we going to say that about, though, coming up soon?
Yeah, I know.
Well, we couldn't keep Keith Yandel because we couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
And about, 2 years left on Zuccarello's contract? We couldn't afford the $6.5 million that Matt Zuccarello wanted.
But see, with Zuc...
Which I would hate to see. I'd hate to see Zuccarello go.
I don't think he would ever go.
I mean, that's one guy I would sign for, the next 6 years.
Yeah.
Big time.
But I wouldn't sign him.
Okay, we're good.
I wouldn't sign him to a big money contract. Years wise, yes, I would give you a max years. But when it comes to money wise, no, I'm gonna try to see if I can lowball you on money.
And we all know Sather was good at lowballing, but is Gordon going to be?
Sather was good at lowballing the wrong people.
That is definitely true.
I mean, come on. Does Stefan deserve... No, I won't use Stefan. Stefan's really good. Does Girardi and Stahl deserve what they're making?
$5.5 million. No.
They do not.
No.
Kreider does not deserve what he's making.
Stefan got screwed twice.
He did.
First time was, okay, you don't want to sign a contract, you're sitting. When he sat the first, 20 games? That season?
Yeah.
It was something around 20 games. It was either just under 20 games or just at about 20 games.
I think about, yeah.
But, I mean, he was tough with him.
Yeah.
Be tough with Girardi. Be tough with Stahl.
Be tough with everybody.
Yeah. I mean, $5.5 million. $11 million on two defensemen is just crazy.
Yeah, if you're going to turn around and
the captain's making less than that.
You're going to want a ton of money from me, and you want a long-term contract, I'm going to try to lowball the hell out of you because who knows if you're even going to be playing in 3 years. You may get a serious injury. You're now out. Well, guess what?
Yeah,
you're still making
that
money.
would have bit him in the ass. He had the two concussions in the eye.
Yep.
Okay, we spent our $5.5 million wisely.
Yeah, and Stahl's just like, well, if I show up, I play a few games, I could still get my money.
It's crazy, though.
He doesn't even have to play anymore. Like I was just talking with my dad last night. Stahl used to be a wrecking ball. Now he's become melted ice cream.
Yeah, he turned into Michael Del Zotto.
Yeah, well, Del Zotto was a wrecking ball, too.
Speaking of Del Zotto, can you believe the attitude on him now? What is it? You could take Pat LaFontaine, put him in a Flyers jersey, and become the biggest freaking goon on the ice.
They are scumbags.
I mean, is it just the orange and black jersey when you throw it on?
Oh, it's orange? I thought it was pink.
Well, no, that's New Jersey Devils because they got Jordan Tutu. And I still wish Brodeur was with the Devils. That way you could hear somebody like Doc going, Rutu, Tutu, and Fatso.
Yeah.
You know, it would be funny.
Well, they do have a guy on there named Rutu, don't they?
Yeah, they got Rutu and they got Tutu.
Yeah. Yeah, they got that Rutu from Carolina. So.
Yeah, he's a good player, though.
He is. I actually wanted him in a Ranger uniform, but then something
like
came
we said,
up.
Though, how many players have we wanted in a Ranger uniform?
Oh, there's so many players.
So many players.
I want Alex Ovechkin in a Rangers uniform.
Ovi? Yeah. Ovi without the attitude, yes.
I want the attitude.
Well, I'm talking about the whining, bitching attitude,
whining,
just
bitching,
like Crosby has.
Yeah, no, but I want that same fire that he has on the ice with Washington when he comes to the Rangers.
Yeah. I think the only player that, well, there's only a few players, like we said, like Gartner, Jaromir Jagr, that have come to the Rangers as expected.
Yeah.
What did we expect out of Nash? We expected a Stanley Cup out of Nash.
We expected a lot more out of Nash than what we've gotten. Graves, we didn't expect what we got out of Graves.
Adam Graves, Mr. Ranger.
Yeah.
Always will be.
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, Graves was not supposed to turn out like he did.
No, not one bit.
We got rid of what?
You can thank Mark Messier for that. He's the one who told the Rangers he's a free agent. Get him. Yeah. Get him now.
I mean, he came to the Rangers not expecting to be what he was at all.
Not one bit. Well, we expected a lot of McDonough the last 2 years when he took over to C.
Yeah.
But do you think McDonough is coming into his own now? This season?
Hope so. I really hope so.
I mean, it seems like he's gradually getting better.
I think he's starting to become smarter with his thinking.
But do you think he's going to be, let's say, as an offensive-minded defenseman, a Brian Leetch, who Larry Brooks thinks he actually is, which I think Brooksy is tipping back to Colcock a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think he's had one too many.
But McDonough has stepped up. Guaranteed. When they got him away from Girardi,
yes,
and put Klein on the pair with him, that's when he picked up.
I think Klein and Girardi, Klein and McDonough were a great matchup for each other.
Oh, definitely. I think what it was, though, McDonough was making up for what Girardi was lacking because of the injuries.
Yep. Because
of the amount of ice time both of them put on.
Yeah.
And Girardi was an Iron Man on his team.
Yes.
I think that's why Girardi is very off his game right now, along with the injuries.
It could be. I think he's pretty winded and just beat up.
I think that's the same problem with Henrik. Henrik has always let in the soft goals.
Yeah.
But
I don't call him Mr. Softy for no reason.
I thought that was AB's name.
No, every time there's a shot that goes to the net and it's a weak one that goes in, man, I hear that Mr. Softy tune going.
Yeah, you hear the little ice cream truck running around the neighborhood. Well, we could have worse.
Yeah,
we could have
Mike Dunham.
We could have John Ferguson back and change the uniforms back to those 1976 sweaters.
Which one? The one that had the actual New York Rangers crest on it?
Yeah, it had the
I
big
like
crest
those
on it.
jerseys.
I did too. A lot of people hated them. I actually had one until I sold it again on eBay.
I want to buy one, to be
Because
honest.
the only reason why I sold it on eBay was because I made triple the money I bought it for.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted it at that time.
That's right.
But
I got a Montreal
I did like that
Expos.
jersey.
I have a Montreal Expos cap that has Gary Carter's autograph on it, and everybody wants it from
Oh,
me.
the kid? Hell yeah. You got to have the kid.
So, but I will not sell that. I'm sorry. That is a prized possession. I got that. You know, I met him. I got to
You
hang
could
out
probably
with Gary
make some
Carter.
real good money off of that too right now. On
Yeah,
eBay.
everybody wants it too. Like they found out I had it, and I'm getting emails left and right. And I'm like, I'm not selling it.
Yeah.
I have a
Can you
base.
see how much cards go for now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I have a baseball that is signed by Mike Piazza. That
Which you could have made a ton off this year
I
when he went to the
probably
Hall of
could,
Fame.
but I'm not selling any of it because that's not me. When I get autographs, you know, I'm there, and now this is a memory in my life that I can look back on and be like, well,
And if you
I
give
met
it up,
this
you never
guy.
get it back
I
again.
met this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Well, it could have been because I know my nephews when they lived down here, they always went to spring training,
I do it. I'm going this year too.
and Ricky Henderson,
Ricky Henderson, Mr. Steele in the bag.
kids would go up to him and ask for an autograph. He goes, "Well, it's Tuesday. Ricky don't sign autographs on Tuesday. Ricky only signs autographs on Wednesday.
Oh my God.
But you can take a picture of me while I'm on the field."
Scumbag.
And that's why I love hockey players. Hockey players, look at all the Rangers
they
do.
care about the fans.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the
It's
fans,
league wide. They do so many charities. Look at the Rangers with the Garden of Dreams Foundation, doing the Go Skate
Yep.
with the kids. I mean, running the clinics.
Yep.
And you see right now, the Go Skate event that's coming up, you're actually going to have Adam Graves and Alexei Kovalev step on the ice again
Really?
for the alumni game, which I would love to go see, but kind of a long drive up to New York right now.
18-hour drive.
18 to 20-hour drive, depending on where it is.
Yeah, it's about 18 because we do it every once in a while. We drive up to New York, so it's about an 18-hour drive.
Road trip.
Yeah.
Definitely need road beers then.
Yeah. Oh, I have music for days.
Music for days. Yeah, I can believe that. And by the way, the new opening song
Oh, for the podcast.
yeah, Ian put together himself.
I made it myself.
Please give him a little applause for that.
Yay!
Golf clap. Golf clap.
If it's
Actually, I think it's awesome. I hope you guys like it because I know Ian will probably change it during the season here.
Yeah. There's times where I'm like, okay, I'm done with this one. That's like my band now. We wrote a song. I wrote the whole entire song, and we premiered it last night. And after last night, I'm like, I don't want to play this song ever again. Because I wrote it.
I think
now
it's
I'm
amazing
not
that
happy
you can
with
do
it.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
putting together music, you got the year for it, so.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be something nice. It's like our own.
Yeah.
It's not like using, which is a great song, but the Misfits. I want to be a New York
I
Ranger.
want to be a New York Ranger. Yep.
Or Fueled by Metallica, which we've all heard millions of times.
To be 100% honest, I like the fact that the New York Rangers are the only team in the league with an original goal song.
Yeah.
But I think I Want to Be a New York Ranger by the Misfits would be a great goal song.
Oh yeah, it definitely would be, but the Suits in the Garden wouldn't like it.
Of course.
We have to kowtow to the Suits.
Yeah.
But I just love it the other day. When they were playing against Minnesota, the crowd didn't give up on them.
Oh, no.
That's the first time in a long time I've heard that.
It's probably because we need to be
Down
behind this
2-0
team.
in that first period.
Yeah.
They were still chanting "Let's go Rangers" at the end of the period.
Yeah.
They
Well, there
weren't
was still a lot
booing
of
them off
hockey
the
to
ice
go,
like,
too. Still
so
a
we
lot of
actually probably had some real fans in there.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of just the Suits down in the red seats.
Yeah, you got the blue seaters still getting back in there.
Which is it even called the blue seats anymore?
No, it's not. They're not even blue seats anymore.
No, it's scary. I think they're like a teal green.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the blue
those
seats
were
were
the days.
taken out a long time ago. But the blue seaters, man, they were the Brooklyn boys, man. You didn't want to fuck with them.
You don't want to screw with any of those
No.
guys.
I wouldn't.
The Blue Seaters were the boys from Brooklyn.
Yep.
They were the boys from New York City itself. They were from the Bowery. They were ready.
Yep. I mean, I am from New York, but man, I ain't messing with them. I guess New York Florida's toned me down a little bit.
Yeah, probably. But at least we've had hockey weather down here lately, so we can feel like we're in the mood for hockey.
I know. I actually had to put on a sweater this morning.
I had my sweatshirt on when I went outside for my coffee.
Yeah, it was like 57 last night and rainy at the show, and I'm standing outside and no shirt on and stuff like that. But that's because I had just got done sweating my ass off on stage.
Everybody up in New York and New Jersey right now are going, "You're cold at 50 degrees."
Yeah, I know. 50
Gotta
degrees,
remember,
that's winter.
Your blood thins when you come down here.
Yeah.
The longer you're down here, the more your blood thins. First year I was here,
Yeah.
I was outside in 40-degree weather wearing, a chef shirt.
Yeah.
Even a cook shirt, light one. And I was fine. They're like, "Aren't you cold?" I'm like, "No, I'm fine."
I'm from up
Now?
north, man.
Now forget about it. I need a sweatshirt to go out in 55-degree weather.
Yeah.
I
Well,
become a wuss.
the wind is kind of brutal today. Wind's at least 40, not 40, but about 20, 30. So the wind's pretty much what's making it chilly.
Florida's always good with these winds.
Yeah.
So it's not hurricane winds. We're good.
As long as it's not hurricane wind, which last night, I will admit, man, it was somewhat a mini hurricane last night.
Yeah, you were over towards the water more, though.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
I mean,
yeah,
still
I was right
here,
on
I'm
the
like,
water.
what's it about? 30 minutes from the water exactly?
From here, yeah, probably.
So,
From where I was literally walking distance to the coast.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's great where a lot of these bands play, a lot of where the restaurants are in that area, right next to the water.
Yep.
You can't beat it.
It's beautiful when it's not
Raining
wintertime,
and storming.
for say winter time here down here. I guess anything below 80 degrees is winter down here.
Oh, by the way, did you realize the Pack actually won 8 games in a row?
See, to be 100% honest, I don't follow the Pack because I don't have.
Well, we were losing one, winning 1, losing 2, winning 1, losing 3.
I got to start checking out Alex's little blog.
Yeah, Alex has a nice little blog up every Monday or
right?
it's every Monday or every Tuesday, depending on when he can get it done.
Yeah.
But you guys got to go on to the companion page, the news and game thread page,
Yeah.
and read it. And I share it to the group. Check it out. It's awesome. It's also posted to the blog site.
Yeah.
And you can find all those links there, especially if you go to the page. All the links are there for our Instagram, for Twitter. Take you right to it. So, he has a good one. Joey has a good one with the league roundup.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing I got to applaud, Joey. That boy's balls to the wall with stuff. I mean, he's got football, he's got hockey, he's got NASCAR,
He goes on everything.
I know, he's got a blog for everything. I mean, he's even pretty much he's kind of like our boss.
Well, for the podcast and stuff, he technically is.
We do all the work, but he's the one pretty much kind of.
This is how you do it. That's how you do it, which is great because, come on, I'm 47 years old. I don't know this crap.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I know my New York Rangers. Yes, I know how to take and post on a page. Do I know how to set up a blog?
Yeah.
If I tried, it would have taken me about 15, 20 hours just in the first try.
Yeah, but I will tell you, you know some more shit than I do, and I'm the young guy of the group at 27.
No, you're not the young guy. Jason is. Jason's our baby.
Yeah, Jason is the baby. That's
when he posts, and you got to start posting in group, except just on your own homepage. You got to post in the group, buddy.
I know. And he puts a lot of input in on other people's statuses, but then other than that, he's quiet.
Well, it's dwindled down. It's me, you, and Vinny posting up on there.
It's me, you, and Vinny kind of just
Shane's doing great, and congratulations again, Shane, on the birth of your son.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. I know he's very happy and very, very busy doing that, so that's why you don't see Shane much.
Yeah, Shane's...
As everybody knows, Tim has his own thing going on right now, and Tim is here in spirit. Tim still looks at the page. He just doesn't post on the page.
From time to time.
You see a comment on every day checking the page.
Yeah.
Because I'll get a comment from him on PM saying, "Hey Rob, what's up with this deal?
Yeah.
What happened here?" So he's still out there looking out for us, even though
I
he doesn't
monitor
post
the
on
page too to make sure things are still kind of going somewhat smoothly. Even though yesterday with the whole Simmons thing, there was a little bit of a.
Guys, please refrain from any sexist remarks,
yes,
any racial remarks, any anything in general that is demeaning to another member. I mean, we like to try to safe, and that was a big part of it being, like I say, our real New York Ranger fan family.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody gets along. I mean, we weeded out a lot of people at the beginning of the season. I had to weed out one the other day, and like I said, I'm sorry I missed the other one, but 2 days later after joining, the guy was flipping out on everybody.
Yeah. And
But it's tough.
Lenny was another problem that we
Rest
had.
in peace, Lenny.
Yeah.
But Ricky's in there now, taking up Lenny's spot.
Yeah.
Ricky Lofresco, he changed his name on there.
Yep.
And, I didn't have a problem with Lenny except for when he'd call out other members. Lenny knew his stuff, but he wanted the argument too. But you got used to that.
Yeah, I mean, me and Lenny actually, we talked quite a bit. We really did. We talked a lot. We actually became Facebook friends. And then he went off and he started that other group, that Crucial.
Yeah, that he started up that group, and that's when it was towards the end of his time in
He
Rio.
brought him and Padma brought me into that one. And then it was kind of like I got triple teamed at that point.
I can believe it.
Lenny started. Padma, she didn't bash me, but she was you could tell she was kind of on Lenny's side with things.
Yeah.
And I eventually got booted out of that.
I was on Lenny's side with a lot of things too, but there were a lot of things I wasn't on his side with, which I hate booting a member out.
Oh, I do
too.
too.
There's times when I'll just use initials. You remember GC? How many times did we let him back in because he was crying about not being in the group?
Yeah.
And I know from my perspective, I love the group. I mean, I love being part of the group. I love doing the day in, day out stuff I do. But
it's good
some
to
of our
voice
members
your
feel
opinion.
the same way.
Yeah, it's good to voice your opinion, but at times it's people do have.
I mean, sorry, but stay away from calling Stahl Cyclops. When if another member is going to take offense to it and call you out on it.
Yeah.
Please refrain from doing it. I mean, it's okay once in a while, but when you do it every single day,
every single time,
every single game, every single day, then it gets irritating, and you're looking at it going,
barely see
not
the game
again.
Today, but I mean, it's.
I mean, I still love Jess's jump up my ass by the power of Masai.
The jump up my ass thing is fucking hilarious. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, it's all in good fun with him.
Yeah.
Jess, we all know Jess. He's a great guy. I mean, I got to post it up again for the newer members. I got to put up the Jessisms.
The Jessisms.
Just so you guys realize what's going on with BTPOM and JUMA. And you'll figure it out sooner or later, though, reading the post.
You might laugh at it. You might find it offensive, or you might just find it flat out,
But I suggest you laugh at it. It's funny.
It's all.
Can you
it's all in
believe
good spirit.
Jess has said he will not trash the Rangers players for the next 10 games. He's got 2 in. He trashed AV.
That's not a player.
He did trash the power play though, which I can't blame him.
Still not a player though.
It's not a player. It's a general
thing.
thing.
The power play,
there are loopholes on this one. But like I said, Jess has got the real New York Ranger fans thumbs up for the first game because he was really good about it, especially when the Rangers were down 2-0 and ending the first period against Minnesota. Yeah. I mean, even I was cracking then. I was ready to take and jump ship for 5 minutes and then come back on.
Yeah.
Get a little swim with the fishes, come back aboard, mop the deck. Would have been okay. But he did good. And like we always say, though, you guys make this group important. You make it fun.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this. We're doing the podcast. I mean, it was Joey's little pushing and prodding that we did it, but we enjoy doing it for you guys.
Oh, it's fun. It's good to talk hockey with people.
Oh,
and
definitely.
Plus get other people's
people who know what they're talking about. I mean, we have a lot of members that know what they're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm surprised because of the way a lot of groups treat members, especially the female members.
Yep.
Our female members know a lot.
Yeah. And they're not like, oh, well, this guy's cute or this
well, they
guy
still
looks
are,
good.
but at least they know their hockey.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you still have the occasional, oh, well, I think he's cute, or I'm going to marry him one day, or I'm going to get this guy's address and show up to his house.
I don't care how he's playing. I'm still going to be Mrs. Nash one day.
But
no, not me personally.
When it comes down to it, they're like, well, he should have done this instead of this, or they should have done this instead of that, or they could do this instead of this, and it's nice to see that instead of just like, oh, well, don't bash him. He's cute.
Well, it goes back and forth though on that.
Yeah.
I mean, guaranteed. The way I look at it right now is, even though we've had problems with winning games.
Yep.
Except for 1 or 2 games, really, they haven't given up.
Yeah, they really haven't.
And, well, the Ottawa game last Sunday was.
I think everybody kind of...
They just didn't come out with fire. They didn't come out with anything. It's not that the Rangers don't have heart.
Yeah.
It's the leadership part, which is a big part of the game. It can be mistaken as not having heart.
Yeah.
But these guys got heart. They lace up them skates every day.
Yeah, exactly.
They go out there. They put their bodies to risk. They sit in front of slap shots.
Yeah.
Blocking shots. They're going in the corners taking hits. You can't say they don't have heart.
No, oh no. I mean, this team does have a lot of heart to them, but I think the fans.
You just got to
have
put
more.
it together.
Oh yeah. So.
And by the way, I don't know. I was just talking to you before we started the podcast. Rocco and Rachel got a new puppy, and they're trying to name it. And a lot of good names coming up. I mean, we got the normal Zook, Hank,
Tanner Glass.
Tanner actually came up. But we got other good names, like Gravy.
Gravy, yeah.
Somebody came up with Boxcar.
Boxcar
Ed Hospodar. When's the last time you heard that name?
It's been a while.
I think you should name it Kotze. After Chris Kotsopoulos, even though he was there for just under a year. But yeah. Kotze is still a Ranger. I mean, go on Kotze's page, you post everything
Once a Ranger,
about the
always a Ranger. I mean,
exactly.
With the Jaredev.
Mack Truck. Somebody mentioned Dukes. Jim actually mentioned Rolf. For Dale Rolf.
Yeah.
Rolf, Ruff.
Yep.
Somebody mentioned Matteau. I said Matteau instead.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said to you before, I got my dog's name's Avery. She's a little ball of fire.
I thought she just sits in front of your bed and waves her paws around, trying to get a rise out of you. Book is a good name.
Book,
Moose.
Yeah.
For Messier. King. Problem is, then you have a dog with a real big attitude, which you don't want.
Yeah.
Mess would be good for a dog, depending on what he does in the house, if he's still a drink or not.
Messier, what?
I mean, you could go off. Beezer's even a good name.
Beezer, yeah. Van Beesbrook.
Beezer, Bowser.
Swiss Cheesebrook.
Pucky. Somebody came up with Pucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's name him after Ian's podcast here.
Yeah, there you go. Name it Pucked Up.
My dog, Pucky, is pucked up. A lot of good names. Boom Boom.
Boom Boom.
Boom Boom Jeffreyon.
I mean, yeah, there's so Leech. Why are you calling it Leech? Oh, it's one of my favorite hockey players. Oh, I thought you were calling it Leech like it's leeching on you or something.
I had an old terrier. His name was Sparky, but I renamed him Path after Mark Pavlich.
Yeah.
So I got, my heart's in this a little bit.
Yeah.
When you name your animal after one of the Ranger players, even Ranger's a good name. Like I said, my neighbor's got a dog next door to me called Ranger.
Yep.
And they're not even Ranger fans.
Yeah.
But now my neighbor loves everything I post on Facebook about Rangers. She thinks it's for the dog. Oh, well. Well, tomorrow night we got the Devils.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's
Any
another
predictions
win.
here?
Huh?
Going to come out better at home?
I hope we do. We've been playing relatively well at home this season, so I think
Road games have been awful.
Yeah, they've been bad.
I can't believe the way the road's been. I mean, last year we were the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this year, phew,
we had what, a franchise record of.
yeah, it was a franchise record last season. We set so many records last season.
I know, it was ridiculous.
This year, oh God, it's just horrible on the road.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to break another record this year of. Let's see how many games we can
God.
go without scoring a power play goal.
This season, the Rangers are 9. Now it's 10, 14, and 3 on the road.
Oh, that's
And
terrible.
3 and 5 just this year. Just in 2016. Horrible.
That's ridiculous, man.
And it's just a change around from last season. I mean, like you said, they're probably tired.
Yeah, I could see it. You know.
I know I'm tired from watching the games sometimes, so they can really get me tired. You know, it's just one of them things. When these guys are playing every day, you know, especially going deep the last 2 seasons, it's got to be worn on them. And
Yeah, it's got to be.
we should expect this right now. I mean, there have been worse seasons. The John Muckler years. Oh, God. I mean, I know a lot of the fans can go back into the late 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And those teams that were horrible. I think there was 8 straight horrible years between the 50s and the 60s that the Rangers had.
But I mean, you know, if you're not a fan through the hard times, you're not a fan at all.
Exactly.
So, I mean, look at me. I'm a Dolphin fan. The Dolphins went 1-15 one year, and guess what?
Oh, my God, we're Mets fans. Come on. Yes, people were Mets fans. We're crazy.
Yeah, we're Met fans.
See, now you know why we can handle the Rangers.
Yeah, if I can handle the Dolphins, and if I can handle the Mets, I can handle the Rangers.
Definitely crazy.
And like, I think another thing of why we're pretty much having, as fans, us losing and stuff like that, is we got a little spoiled to the winning.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean,
the last
the
2
past-
seasons, yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Coins.
stellar.
First year under AV, we made it to the finals.
And I mean, we started the season off 16-2, so we were like, this is another great season.
And
Now we've kind of fallen apart. Yes.
boom.
So I think that's
came back to earth, and
yeah. So I think
Unfortunately, we
we're
all
finally
flipping out.
starting to turn back into that New York Rangers team we're supposed to be.
well, they will.
But to be
I
honest,
mean, I'd rather play bad now than in the playoffs.
I was gonna say I would rather us play bad now, but good enough to make the playoffs, and then just be
I
lights
don't
out.
care
in the playoffs.
where we finish, but as long as we make the playoffs, that's
Look
fine.
at
Screw the President's Trophy. We didn't get last year or anything on that.
look at the LA Kings. The year they won the first year they won the Stanley Cup. They literally
They were last place.
lost 2 games through all the rounds.
Yeah.
From the start of the playoffs to the time they
But
won the cup.
they were the last seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, they were the 8th seed, and they got into the playoffs the last game of the season.
Yeah, I
So they
remember that.
weren't supposed to even be in there.
So there is hope. You just got to have faith in it.
Yeah.
And I still do. I have faith in them. Like I said, I still have faith in Kreider. I still have faith in Hayes.
Yeah,
that
I
they'll
do.
turn it around. And
I
it's
don't
not
have
time to
faith
give
in
up on the
Stahl,
young
though.
players. They do need something, though. Just, I don't know what it is. Don't know what player it is. Just something to put the edge back in, move them around.
Yeah, a move or two needs to be
I don't
made.
think it's Stamkos. I don't think it's Patrick Marleau. I don't think it's Andrew Ladd.
I don't think either of them are going to even show up.
Not
so.
at all.
Well, I mean, we could try to figure something out. I mean, I'm sure AV's got something up his sleeve that he's wanting to do. I'm sure Glenn Sather, or not Sather, Gordon has something up his sleeve that he's willing to do. So, I mean, I could see a move being made.
Oh, hopefully.
If a move isn't made, then I see the offseason having some
I think it's
moves.
going to be minor, though. I don't think it's
I don't
going to
see
be a
something big, yeah.
full-blown, okay, we need to make a trade now for this guy, and
Yeah.
we're going to give up McElrath, Miller, Vucinovic, and
I wouldn't
first
give
round
up any
pick.
of them. I wouldn't give
No
up a
way.
first rounder, and I wouldn't give up any of our top prospects.
No,
Sorry.
not at all.
We're finally starting to get a good farm system. We're finally starting to get some good prospects. Why give it away?
But unfortunately, our farm system is still ranked low.
Yeah.
But I can't see that. I mean, the highest prospect right now, I think, is number 5, and that's Vucinovic. But
Oh, that was straight out.
I think Tambellini's getting the short end of the stick. I think Shea gets the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
Ryan Mantha. There's a lot of good players in it.
There are.
Farm
I'm
system.
not going to lie. And we do have some big boys down there, too.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, Mantha's a big boy himself, too.
Oh, it's like, what, 6'6"?
Yeah, 6'6", 6'7".
Yep. So I'm kind of interested to see what our farm system could do for us in the years to come.
In the future, we won a Stanley Cup first. Then we can go back to doing the young kids.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even if we win the Cup this year or we don't win the Cup this year, I still would like to see moves made.
Oh, yeah, they got to bring in the younger kids.
Yeah, I think it's time. And
Yeah.
let's not try to screw ourselves over.
You can't mortgage the future again.
Yeah. Let's not screw ourselves over again with all these high contracts for mediocre players.
No, not at all. I mean, no more $5.5 million contracts for defensemen who are tired
Guys
out
who
and
are
beat up.
fourth, third liners.
No $1.45 million for fourth liner. Let's just stick to 500 and 650, and that's it.
Yeah. So,
Which I think Payet was a good pickup.
yeah, he was a good pick.
He hasn't impressed that much, but he's there.
Yeah.
He gets his chances in front.
Yep.
And he seems like he's a good fit with Moore and Glass.
He does seem to be doing well. He hasn't scored yet. He almost has, but he has not scored yet. But I think probably within the next 3 games, I could see him burying one.
He should bury one before the end of the season, at least.
He almost did, yes.
Tanner Glass can get a goal. Daniel Payet can get a goal.
Oh, yeah. Glasses have been off deflections, so, I mean, we could do something. It can work.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to remember, the last 2 seasons, though, we've had our top lines being the fourth and the third.
Yeah.
Now our first and second lines are scoring, but third and the fourth really aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And I think once we get all 4 lines rolling, scoring goals, this might be a whole new team.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think we could be dangerous if all 4 lines.
I think they got to feed off of the Flyer game tonight, last night.
Yep.
Go into the double game on the same high.
Yeah.
They can play the same type of game. Grind
Especially
it out.
if we beat Philly. Yesterday we beat Jersey tomorrow night, and then we beat Pittsburgh on Wednesday.
Pittsburgh's going to be a tough game, too.
If we beat all 3 of them, I think we could finally start grabbing our mojo back. We could finally start going, okay, we can do this.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, look at yesterday. I mean, the Flyers have been hot.
Yes. And
Flyers
I
had,
think Wayne Simmons
17
being out
goals
was a
in
good-
the last 4 games?
I think Wayne Simmons being out was definitely a major key factor in that win yesterday.
Oh, you got rid of that attitude. You got rid of, they threw them off their game.
Plus, he was on an 8-game goal scoring streak or just points?
Points.
Okay.
Yeah, him and Giroux, I think. Giroux had a 6-point
Yeah.
streak going.
Yeah, well, we stopped Wayne Simmons with his bullshit attitude.
Bye-bye. But yesterday, I think the whole thing was, though, they fought back from McDonough.
Yeah.
They even said that, after the game.
Yep.
Best revenge was beating them for him.
I mean, you take out our captain, either we're dropping the gloves and destroying you.
Well, if
physically.
McElrath was on the ice, they would have dropped the gloves.
Oh, McElrath probably
Poor
would have
Klein.
just...
Klein can throw him down, but not with a fractured thumb.
I think that's the only reason why Klein did not physically go after him how he normally would.
Well, guarantee he couldn't drop that glove.
Yeah.
He's got a splint on. That glove is not coming off.
Yeah.
Not for one bit.
So I definitely think that a healthy Klein, our gloves are off.
Yeah, definitely. I think he would have got his butt kicked by Simmons, though.
I don't know. I mean, Klein could hold his own. I would actually
But he's
like
only
to see
fought.
that
He's
matchup.
only fought once since he came to the Rangers. That was against Brandon Proust.
But he has fought some tough
He got
guys.
his butt kicked by Proust.
Yeah. But I
he
have
stayed in
seen
it.
some fights with Klein, and they have been.
When he was with Nashville, he was a beast.
Oh, he could throw him.
Yeah. That's why I was happy as hell. I mean, he's still the best trade that Glenn Sather has made
Yeah.
is Michael Del Zotto for Kevin Klein.
Yeah. I mean, did I want to see Del Zotto go? No, I did not. Not at all.
I did.
But this deal worked out for us.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't work out for Nashville.
No, it didn't work out for Nashville. It's working out for Philly because he's trying to find his little niche in
him and
their lineup.
Beer, whatever the hell his name is.
Gostlieb or something like that.
I don't remember. It's something weird. Long name.
Long, boring name.
Starts with a G, ends with an E, something like that. Del Zotto and that kid are like the best part of that defense in Philly.
Yeah, but I don't think. I mean, you look at Mike Del Zotto, especially in the Orange now, and he does look like a traffic cone.
Yeah.
He played like a traffic cone when he was with the Rangers, and now he looks like a traffic cone.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought Del Zotto played pretty good for the Rangers. I mean, people disagree. Well,
here's the thing. Del Zotto didn't play good under Tortorella. It wasn't his system. He should have flourished underneath AV's system when he first played for them.
Yeah. Bark.
Yep, my dogs are going a little nuts because the neighborhood dogs are going nuts.
Yeah, and we're actually almost creeping up on 2 hours here. We're at 1:40.
Well, you got our longest one here.
Yeah, it's the longest one. So, well, I guess let's try to wrap it up here real quick. Let's actually talk about Dominic here.
Oh, little Dominic. Yeah, Dominic he's doing well. His blood counts went up.
That's good.
Karen let me know that. He was having a little problem with the blood counts, and he was getting sick after the chemo, which we all know wears you down. And unfortunately, the little guy has got to go through radiation at the end of this month.
Yeah.
But the good news is, Rochester Americans having a special day for him the day before he goes for his radiation. So that worked out nice for him.
Yeah, that's great.
But I don't know if anybody saw, we're trying to get a little hashtag going.
Yep.
Team Dominic. Hashtag Team Dominic.
What was the other one that you were trying to do as well?
Oh, well, that's with the Rangers and a lot of the teams right now. I can't remember off the top of my head now because I've been trying to push Team Dominic.
Yeah.
But there was he was an 8-year-old with cancer.
Yeah.
And the Rangers picked up on that and started pushing through on it.
He's a Connecticut boy, right?
Yeah, kid in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Little Dominic's from Rochester, New York.
Yep. And I mean, you got a little video here.
Yeah, Karen sent me a little video this morning. Dominic saying thank you because making up the T-shirts and everything, to help out with the cause and trying to get a lot more interest going in it. And I guess Ian's going to try to feed it through.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Aaron, for the present.
Cute little kid. You got to give the kid credit, though. I mean, it breaks your heart. He's still smiling all through this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he definitely looks like he's, like he's still having fun. He's still being a kid, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, which is the best part about it. And even Karen told me the kids in the school, a lot of them bought the T-shirts.
Really?
The parents bought T-shirts, and the kids wore them to school.
That is awesome.
Which is great. I mean, that must help him smile every day.
Oh, yeah.
You see your friends in school, maybe some kid, because in school, not everybody's your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
But all of a sudden there's a kid that's not your friend wearing a T-shirt that's supporting you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and I mean, even at that age, they don't fully understand what's actually going on.
No,
to them, they're sick.
Yeah, he knows he's sick, but he doesn't know.
He doesn't know what exactly is going on. So,
but hopefully he pulls through all this. Radiation and chemo.
Yeah,
you got to feel for the kid.
I mean, it can be a pain.
I know. I've seen my sister go through chemo.
My grandfather went through it.
It's brutal.
My boss went through it too.
Yeah.
And I mean,
and I'm the type, if I get cancer, don't put me through chemo.
Yeah.
I mean, for a kid this age, yeah, he should go through it.
He has his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah, he has his whole life ahead of him. I mean, I'm 47, but still, I wouldn't go through it because I've seen the brutality of it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, when you go through it, and I know there's a lot of members who have gone through it with family members, have gone through it themselves, and they know what he's going through right now, and I think that makes them push a little bit stronger for the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, the kid's smiling every day.
Yeah.
Do you smile every day?
I don't smile every day.
No. And we're having a normal life. We're not going through chemo. We're not going through radiation.
Yeah.
And it's just, it feels great in your heart, But it is a little heartbreaking when you see, something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
But it makes you feel good that you can do your little part to help. I mean, even your guys' wishes on the page,
Yeah.
in the group page, that gets back to him. Karen shows him that.
Yeah.
And it gets out there for the people who donated to the GoFund, which is still open. I'll have a link up again later on this week,
Okay.
along with the T-shirts. Like I said, if you don't want to buy a T-shirt, even though 100% of proceeds are going to it, you can make a little charitable.
It's still a
You can make a
donation.
$5 donation, a $2 donation into the GoFund.
any
Because his
any
parents,
donation
his
is
parents are
acceptable.
having a hard time because of loss of work hours.
Yep.
And all the transportation. I know the transportation is crazy. And
not just transportation, but the hospital bills alone,
medications.
medication,
Yeah.
even.
Plus, he's been back in the hospital a few times after chemo
Yeah.
because his temperature's gone up.
Yep.
His blood count's gone down. And the kid's fighting through it.
Yeah.
You got to give him.
I mean,
spirit.
the fact that he's putting up a fight is the best part.
Oh, definitely.
Because if you give up, unfortunately, my grandfather, he went through chemo and all that stuff, but he gave up.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it
my
killed-
sister didn't give up. She went through 18 months of it. She fought through it. She actually beat diabetes while she was going through chemo.
Nice.
But unfortunately, after a while, her body just gave out. It was aggressive breast cancer, which
Yeah.
is one of the worst forms. And she kept fighting. And like you said, this kid's fighting all the time.
Yeah.
And fighting, like I said, fighting's the best thing to do. Physically fighting somebody else
And
is not the best thing to do, but
Karen
fighting
tells
in
me
this
all the time,
situation
he's
is
always
good.
making everybody smile. He makes her smile, his parents smile, her son smile, his sister smile.
Yeah.
And when the kid can bring that type of attitude, it's great.
Yeah. Exactly.
Especially you see how much he's fighting.
Yeah.
It's like, how is this kid going through it every day? But he is.
Yeah.
He's fighting, and I'm praying that he's winning,
Yeah.
which he's still going.
I think we're all.
If he's still going, he's winning.
Yeah.
And look at him. He's not going to give up.
Oh no.
You guys have seen the pictures
Yep.
that I posted up. So hashtag Team Dominic. Let's get it going.
Yeah, please do.
Let's get as much out there as we can. People go, what's this hashtag Team Dominic? We get asked on Twitter, get asked on Facebook what it is.
It's not for Dominic Moore.
Nope, it's not for Dom. It's not for number 28.
Nope.
The Dom of New York. But, it's good to show them the support.
Yeah.
And everybody in group has been fantastic about it.
Yes, they have.
Your thoughts, your prayers, no matter how you feel about religion or extra normal stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
You send your thought to it.
Yep.
Say, yes, I want this boy to get better. And he sees that, and it's read to him by his Aunt Karen. It's going to push him more.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, look at all these people.
Yeah.
I don't even know these people, and they want me to kick butt.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have support behind you, it makes you fight a little more.
Yeah, and if anybody out there is listening to this that has an in with the New York Rangers, like to get him a little time, maybe seeing the Rangers on practice, anything with the Garden of Dreams, if anybody knows. I mean, I've contacted Bernie Nichols, Chris Katsopoulos, Duguay,
Yeah.
and I've been given a few names, but nothing's come of it.
Yeah.
If anybody has a close into it, let's go for it.
Yeah, please contact Rob on that, please.
Yeah, just send me a message and I'll forward it to Karen, or you can take and send it to Karen yourself, whether you're a friend or not.
Yep.
Just put in Karen with an I instead of an E,
Yep.
and
K-A-R-I-N.
Karachi, and send her the info. Let's make this kid's time happy. Let him see, give him every day to fight. I mean, fight through this and live a long life like the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Now I'm all choked up. Thanks, Ian. Thank you,
I'm
brother.
Sorry.
Karen choked me up with the video this morning. Now you're choking me up again. And I think we all feel that way, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything involving kids like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I may be a tough guy and a big guy here, but I got a big heart.
He's a bass player in a thrash metal band.
Yeah, I'm a metalhead, but I got a big heart.
Yep.
I love animals. I love kids.
Hey, my dogs like him. He's okay.
Exactly. I
You
step
know,
foot in
animals are
God's
the
house,
best.
I didn't bite
Animals are the best things to have check somebody out, whether they're good or bad.
him. Yep.
But
I think that's the end of this episode. We're almost on 2 hours here.
so get well, Dominic. Keep fighting. Get well, Tim Ritt.
Yeah.
Keep fighting, brother. We're all here for you. We know you're around checking in on us, keeping that eye in the sky.
He's like Big Brother.
Yep. He's the sergeant at arms. He protects all of us.
Yeah, pretty much. He makes sure we're in sync with each other and on top of things.
And going out to Shane, get your butt on more. Jason, same thing. Vinny,
Panthers are going down.
Great posts as of late. You've been here a lot during the season, kicking butt.
Yep.
And Jess, keep the faith, brother.
Yeah, please do.
Come on, you only got 8 more games to go.
Only 8 more games.
And we don't want Dommy to win the bet on that one. He had the over/under. He's ready for you to fail, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of episode 4 here? 3?
3.
3.
We
Okay.
skipped one because of the All-Star game.
The All-Star break. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. All right, yeah, so that's the end
We
of
took our
episode
own
3.
All-Star game break.
Yeah, so thank you for listening. You guys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whenever you guys are listening to this. Bye.